Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of NIMBY Rails, a Northern Powerhouse series. I'm Joe, and as promised in the last episode, today we are going to be continuing to expand the Sheffield section of our network, and we're going to be building the line up to Leeds via Swinton and Moorthorpe. So it's going to start in Sheffield here, and it's going to come up towards Meadowhall. Now the line off to via Wakefield Westgate does come up this spur, which is it's where your TransPennines carry on, it's where your cross countries go through. This line up here is solely a northern line. So without further ado, let's get building that. Now, if you do enjoy these series, do of course make sure you subscribe so that you never miss out. Right, so round here too. We'll pop the stations in as always. First of all, we'll put Rotherham Central. Yeah, it's about there, isn't it? Maybe a bit further. We'll make a bit of a longer platform. I don't think it's that long in the slightest, but we'll pop it that length, and it don't matter if it's too long, does it? We then come up to Swinton, which is roughly about here. Again, about it can be about 220 will do, won't it? I mean, the good thing about having a longer platform is, of course, your catchment bubble's bigger. So, you know, that's always jolly nice, isn't it? So Swinton continuing up to Bolton-on-Dearne, that's about there. Yep. And, of course, up to Goldthorpe. Ooh, yeah, I'd forgotten about Goldthorpe. Right, well, we'll leave that one out there. Thurnscoe, where's Thurnscoe? Right, well, we'll have to get our good old friend the open railway map. I always get told off, no matter what map I use, there's always someone in the comments that say, oh, well, you should use this map instead. So, yeah, today we are using the open railway map. So we're looking at Goldthorpe. That's about there is Goldthorpe, just up from this little bit here. Just as a rough, again, if it's not in the exact correct place, it's not the end of the world. So that's Goldthorpe. And then looking up at Thurnscoe, that's just after the main road here. We'll pop it next to this this bit of road here. There we go. There we go, that's Thurnscoe. And of course then up to Moorthorpe. So Moorthorpe station is roughly where these little bits are here. Pop you in there. Splendid. That'll do. Moorthorpe and Southend are all very close to each other. Not a far walk away at all. Now, what I keep forgetting to do is to actually go through and rename them. So we'll do that now. So we've got Moorthorpe, and of course Thurnscoe, that's named already. Goldthorpe. I'd forgotten about Goldthorpe, to be honest with you, when I was just having a look over the line. Bolton-upon-Dearne, you're appropriately named already. Swinton is there we go, Swinton, and that's Swinton's Yorks for Swinton, South Yorkshire, because there is obviously a Swinton in Manchester, isn't there? Rotherham Central is down here, not Minster Gardens, of course. Rotherham Central, and I think we've got Meadowhall already, haven't we? Yeah, we've named that already. That's all jolly good. Now we are going to aim to put in, we'll put the Rotherham avoiding line in as well. Nothing's going to be using it at the moment, but it helps to put it in anyway. Now, what are you doing? You're going to be cheaper if I merely viaduct across. There we go. Very nice. Save us a bit of money where we can. And, of course, we go under the... is it the M1? Is that the M1 that we go under? Yeah, it's quite a large bridge across the valley. That, I mean, it doesn't kind of do it justice, does it? From the map that we're using, and of course we wouldn't viaduct over the top. That's a massive bridge that goes over the top of us, you know. So there we go. Bring you round like that. So this is the Rotherham avoiding line. Ideally, we'll want this to be as high speed as possible, but I don't believe you certainly can't do 125. Maybe you can do 100 up here, or maybe it's just 90. I don't honestly know, to tell you the truth, because when I used to work down this line, I don't think I ever had the pleasure of going via the Rotherham avoiding line. We always stopped at Rotherham. Right, so continuing up there and across, keeping going, and obviously the Rotherham avoiding line is where we'll be running our cross-country services via. And despite the fact that some of the TransPennine services do stop at Rotherham Central, not all of them do. I think it's only a handful that stop at Rotherham Central, as a mental, like, off the top of my head. So we will not be calling at Rotherham Central for our TransPennine services. I mean, it depends how busy the Northerns are. You know, if the Northerns that we do stop there, if there's such a huge demand that the Northerns just aren't coping, then we'll have to revisit that. And now this is our spur off here towards Rotherham from Sheffield, and it's quite a slow section of line. You're kind of weaving round, you know, this kind of a deal here. It's not quick at all. It's not exactly high speed, is it, stopping at Rotherham? There we go, and up here into Rotherham like that. There we go. Can we tweak that to make it look a little bit less? There we go. That's fine. We do also have a branch off down here, which I believe I don't believe passenger services went down there. I could be mistaken, but it's of course where the tram train contraption, I do believe that goes down there now. So it's if it didn't have passenger services on, it certainly does now. There we go. We'll do a bit of the old viaducting over there. And bring you straight across. So this is obviously just mirroring the avoiding line there. Are you gonna let us? You're gonna let us go over there? Jolly good. Very nice. And I don't actually know where this line goes here. I don't know if it's. Does it maybe go around there like that? I don't know. I don't know, to tell you the truth. I'm sure that someone will point it out to me in the comments where that goes. You should be able to see from the map, but I mean, I don't know if is it just a freight line? Is it, you know, it could be any number of things. Right, let's get you down there. This is quite a high speed junction. It's not in real life, but it's quite a high speed junction in you know, in this. Now there is a line by the looks of things. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. So we obviously will come straight up here. There we go. So we're coming straight up towards Swinton now. There we go. Up to Swinton there. And then we continue straight forwards, heading up towards Goldthorpe. Or we branch off to the left here. Now there is a branch off to the right, which kind of comes around here towards Mexborough. But I've just noticed the kind of scars on the landscape for a line that comes down this side of the river and then joins in here. I don't know, I'm assuming is that some sort of diversion? I mean, cross-country sign, absolutely everything. Every route you could possibly imagine is a cross-country diversion. I'm surprised that they don't do like Leeds to Manchester as one of their diversions, because they do just go absolutely everywhere. But yeah, so I don't know, to tell you the truth. I don't know which way they go down there. I shall have to investigate. If you happen to know the answer, then do of course let me know. I'm always keen for a bit of education. Love to learn new things. There we go. So Bolton on Dearne. We'll just straighten that out so it's less of a kind of curve to come back on yourself. Bolton upon Dearne, and then we're going up straight up. If we can have you on a, you know, if we can kind of do a bit of the old that'll do. No, that won't do. Just bite the bullet and viaduct the sodding thing. There we go. That'll do. Straight up there, up to Goldthorpe. Again, let's just do a bit of the old tweaking. Yeah, that's absolutely fine as far as I'm concerned. And then straight across. Bit of that to Thurnsker. And it gets wonderfully scenic by the looks of things. I honestly can't remember, you know, any particular bits of this line. I know the kind of industrial bit near Rotherham and Sheffield, but when you get kind of up here, this is all a little bit hazy in my memory. So you must excuse me in that sense. So Moorthorpe is there. Now what we need is the junction here. So that's where we come off there. Again, 185 kilometers an hour. That is fine. So you can... I mean, I don't think you can take this junction at 100 miles an hour in real life. There we go. So that line... Nope, you go straight up there. And then you come off. If we can do 100 miles an hour, then I'm gonna have them doing 100 miles an hour. I mean, that's what, just over 75, and then that will viaduct over the top. There we go, and that heads up to Sherborne-in-Elmet and York. But we're not going to build that just yet, on the basis of we don't need to. There's no services we plan to run up there, and then as you can see, this will give us our second route up to Sheffield. Or up to Leeds from Sheffield, sorry, through Wakefield Westgate. So let's get a bit of the old building there, and we shall have some trains as well. So where does our Doncaster line, Leeds to Doncaster? Which platform does that use at Leeds? So that uses that platform. We're going to share the platform. So let's have a look. We'll copy that. Add a new line. Paste the colour. Yes. Lovely. And of course it's Northern Trains. LDS-SHF. Brackets. RMC for Rotherham Central. LDS-SHF. Base ticket price. Now I've put these down to 4 because I think we were charging just a little bit too much. So I've put it down to 4 and it seems to be working again now. I was saying, oh, well, it seems that we seem to be losing money. But now money seems to be coming back in. So I don't know if that's, directly as a result of what I've done, but there we go. Sandland, Abrig, Fitzwilliam, Moorthorpe, Thurnscoe, Goldthorpe, Bolton upon Dearne, Swinton, Rotherham Central, Meadowhall. Wrong platform. We'll just delete that. Thank you. Oh no! Now you've deleted Rotherham. You blithering idiot. Pop Rotherham back in. Meadowhall and down to Sheffield. What platform should we use at Sheffield? I don't think we should use the same one. That might not be such a good idea. We shall use that one. See, what really irritates me is the fact that you don't have two terminating platforms here, do you? Like, normally you could say, well, one will use this side, one will use that side, but if it comes in on this side, it flips over to that track and goes back out that side. So if there's a train on in line D, and you get it to use line C, and there's a train in D, it won't leave out of C. You get what I mean? You do know what I mean, because we've experienced this before. There we go, via Rotherham. Up to Swinton, Bolton upon Dearne, Goldthorpe. I said Goldthorpe. There we go. Thurnscoe, Moorthorpe, and then onto the East Coast Mainline to Fitzwilliam, Sandal and Agbrig, Wakefield Westgate, and outward, and then back to Leeds. Now, while we're here, let's just change the names of those stations. I know we should really have done it last time, shouldn't we? And then Sandal. We'll just get rid of all of that, thank you. Sandal and Agbrig. Double G, yep. That's fine. So, on our Sheffield via Rotherham, we're going to have 120 kilometres an hour because it'll be pacer trains. Of course it'll be pacer trains. We love a bit of the old pacer trains. That will take 2 hours and 24 minutes, good lord, to do a round trip via Castleford's nearly 3 hours, isn't it? So, max interval will be every hour. There we go. Set that at all stations. And then at Sheffield, we shall have... let's have a look at a waiting time there. Should we have it about every 10 minutes at Leeds? Or 10-minute waiting time. And then a 15-minute waiting time at Sheffield. And hopefully that should mean that it's not going to go wrong. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll put a 15-minute waiting time in at Leeds. There we go. So that's roughly a 3 hour, isn't it? So it allows for some delay. So we need 3 trains. And they're all going to be 142s, of course. Leeds to Sheffield. Where are we? Leeds to Sheffield. Cass. We shall copy a bit of that. Where are you? Yeah, clone. 3 of them. Not the schedule. Awesome. So 5:48 will be the first train from Leeds. So we need to take 15 minutes off that, which is 33. So let's get that going at 32. 32? Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? So new line there. Oh, 5:33. Wow. I shouldn't have changed it to 5:32, and then you'd have all been super impressed that I just clicked and it was correct first time. You can be storing in a depot. Yeah, you can. Pick depot. Store in there, please. Thank you. And, yeah, that's fine. Copy. Yeah. And then, you know what we did last time, so it was 6:32, wasn't it? 6:32. Brilliant. $6.32, and then right. So what did we do with the Castleford trains? So it was 5:29, 6:29, 5:50. So that's roughly 20 minutes after the first train. So we will put that at. Oh, hang on. No, well you've cocked that up, haven't you, by copying an empty timetable. So the first train's at 5:32. So we'll have that leaving Sheffield at 5:52, shall we? Right. 5. Ah, nearly 5:54. Look at that. Right, run a line. Leeds to Sheffield via Rummock, which is of course the shortcode for Rotherham Central RMC. Sheffield is your first stop. Where's Sheffield? You're looking at Manchester, you spoon. There we go. Pick a depot to be based out of. Nope, not run a line. Store in depot. There. Copy. Paste. Now, if I've worked this out right, this should be spectacular and it should work really well. It would be a lot easier for us to... hang on, let's speed that up a little bit more. There we go. It would be a lot easier to do the timetabling if you had all the platforms available. Because, like, one running line, unless you're going bi-directional, you know, if you're on a terminus station like this, one running line is literally a platform. Because, as I say, it clogs it up. Right, hang on. So we'll hopefully have a 5:21 to Doncaster. That's that there. Well, there and there about 5:18, I think it is, isn't it? There we go. That's all good. And then 5:33 our Sheffield service should come out. There you go. So if you're, hang on, 30, is it 32 or did I say 33? I said 32. Leeds to Sheffield. There we go. So if you look when there we go. Little 2-car pacer, isn't it cute? Very cute indeed. So if we just follow that into the station now, hopefully will he go across into the middle? No, he's staying on the outside. You'll see what I mean about that you only have one platform. You probably know what I'm on about already, and I'm probably teaching you to suck eggs at this precise moment in Greenwich Mean Time. But there we go, we'll slow you right down, across you go. Hopefully nobody's trying to cross between the carriages, because there is just a gap. How they're stuck together. Oh, dear me, they've crashed into each other now. But yeah, how they're staying together is anybody's guess. So you come in on this line here, no crossovers, and it will just leave. As you see, any minute now, it'll just turn around onto the other line. Way, there we go, as if by magic. So that's what I mean, you just have one platform. A little bit disappointing, but it's the way it goes. So 15 minutes, we'll accelerate that. It's got nobody on. Why have you got nobody on? Is it because nobody actually knew that you were coming? You know, it's a brand new service, and we obviously forgot to put it in the papers, didn't we? Right, so off you go, little train. Ah, there we go. We've got a few people on now. 18. Look, all these people wanting to go to Sheffield. Via Rotherham. I imagine that this will be quite a commutery service for people going into Leeds when it goes the other way. Let's have a look. I mean, it is Wednesday as well, so fingers crossed. 106. Are they going to change for Leeds? Yes, there's probably going to be a lot of people waiting at Meadowhall, isn't there? So there we go. They're waiting their time, which it just so happens that this is gonna. If you look, you see it's coming there now. It's sat waiting behind. So that Leeds via Castleford service is actually obstructing this train. So they'll run together, and there we go. Ooh, it's going to be a busy one. We're going to be leaving people behind. They're all going to want to go to Leeds, aren't they? You can guarantee it. They are all going to more or less. Yeah, 214 for Leeds, 260, fully loaded now. So it's hoped that it works with the Doncaster services. Wakefield there. Now obviously the Doncasters can go a lot quicker, so that should leave at 18 past. If I've worked it out right, hang on. So there we go. So the Sheffield services won't be wanting to go until... Bloody hell, look at how many are waiting. Where they're going. There's a lot for New Pudsey. It's a bit of a random one, isn't it? So the Doncaster will go at like 21. And then the Leeds Sheffield will wait half an hour. So that is kind of what we want. So it's an every half hour service. Awesome. Awesome. Well, that is via... that's via there. So what we shall do, we've got a little bit more money. Have we got a little bit more money? We sort of have. You could put another line in. But I just don't want to, because if, you know, we can't put a service on it anyway. I was thinking of putting the line to Doncaster in, to tell you the honest truth. It's the only sort of truth you can tell. Yeah. No. We're going to do the Doncaster line another day because there is purely, you know, there's nothing really we can do with it. We're not having a Doncaster to Sheffield shuttle. You know, it'll need to be a Sheffield like up to Hull and Scarborough and all around, you know, pootling around all there. So we'll put that in at a later date. I think we'll leave that here today as it is. It's been a fairly short episode, but, you know, we've got some things done. We've put a line in. We're making some more money, so all is good. I have actually that £100,000 loan that I took out in the last episode, loan 3, to pay for, you know, the 142s on the Castleford line. I have actually paid that back. I wanted to show you that. We're miles away from paying back, you know, the other loans. That's just short of £1 billion. Not happening, is it? But, yeah. If you did enjoy the video today, then do, of course, like the video and subscribe so that you never miss out on any of our future series. I think next time we're going to do some Sheffield Super Trams, because we really need, you know, to get these trains busier by putting some trams in. Christ alive. We're then also going to have the option of looking over to Manchester, maybe having a Manchester to Sheffield service, bit of stopping work for Northern, you know, and we can eventually work on adding our next TransPennine route. You know, the world is our oyster in that sense, but I think we're... and of course Hull, we need to... You see, we could do the Piccadilly to Hull route. Oh, there's so many things that we could do, isn't there? So, yeah, subscribe so you never miss out. Other than that, I'll hopefully see you next time. Cheerio, and goodbye for now.